if you don't know how this works, it's very, very simple. It's just a question of talking to this microphone about whatever you want to talk about. It's kind of up to you. My job in the middle here is simply to pass the microphone around. My name's Mikey. What's your name?
Thomas.
And?
Parvati.
What is it?
Parvati.
Parvati. Is that right?
Yeah.
What's your name?
It's Margot.
And I'm Mikey. Anything you want to get the ball running with? Any thoughts, comments, ideas, suggestions? You got a question?
I've got a question about your badge. You've got a red badge on your... and it says normal.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Are you the champion normal person?
I've been awarded for being normal.
Okay. How do you get to be so normal?
Well, I'm not really sure. Just a person. He said, "Well, if you want help, then come here." And I didn't know what I needed help with, and in the end, he just gave me this.
You needed help for knowing what you needed help with.
Yeah. I guess.
Okay. And now you know. Okay. Come and have a seat on the table of chat. This is Talkaoke. Right now we're talking about what is normal. Should there be awards for normal? What's the name again?
Thomas.
Thomas has got a normal rosette that's been awarded.
Rosette. I think rosette is quite a beautiful name.
Word.
And it's quite funny how rosette, such an elaborate word, is just a badge for being normal. But I think that's really great. I just kind of wonder, how do you achieve this, the kind of normality?
Hang on a sec, Margot. Just come and rest your legs for 2 minutes. Come and get involved in this. What's your name?
I'm Anthony. I'm his uncle.
Oh yeah, okay. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay. Come and speak to your nephew. What's your name?
Neil.
Neil. We got Margot. We got Thomas. Is it Parvati?
Yeah.
I'm Mikey. And we just got this going. I have to say, there's no real compulsion to come and talk. We wouldn't want anyone to feel obliged to sit down at the table of chat.
You have to.
I don't really, because Margot can have a go in the middle. I can leave at any time, or anyone else for that matter. So there's no obligations whatsoever. We're at a festival. Come and get involved. There's no age limit.
Let the children go.
Yeah, well you can support and join in. Sit down. Sit down. So what's your name?
Tamalini.
And
Kobe.
Okay. Right. And so we've got Neil, we've got Margot, we've got Tom, and Mikey. We haven't really we've got a subject a little bit. Like Tom's got this award for being normal, a rosette. But we haven't really got a subject. I don't know if it's going to be a big subject. Neil, any suggestions, ideas, thoughts?
What is normal? What is normal?
I don't know.
It's a very contentious subject.
Yeah.
What being normal is.
Yeah. Does it matter?
Societally it matters, doesn't it?
Does it?
Seems to matter.
Yeah.
There's an enormous amount of pressure on people
to be normal.
Yeah, and it's weird, I think.
Yeah.
Because I think most people, if I'm anything to judge by, and I am normal.
Yeah.
I think people.
Are you something to judge by?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I'm a good benchmark, I think. Yeah. People are both convinced that they are normal.
Yeah.
And convinced that they are not normal.
Right.
So.
That's interesting.
If you see something a bit odd, you think, well, that's not like me. That's not normal.
Yeah.
But then when you don't fit into society, you think, I'm abnormal.
Yeah. That's interesting. So actually, most people feel like they're normal and not normal at the same time. Parvati, do you feel like you're normal or not normal?
No.
What? What's that? Are you normal or not normal? I'll come back to you on that one. Normal or not normal?
I agree. I think it's a lot of social constructs, basically, from when they're babies. We kind of make them confine to live in society.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just kind of interested about the question of what's the difference between being normal and being average. Is that related, or is that two different things?
Is being normal the same as being average?
I think people want to be normal, but don't necessarily want to be average. I think there's a distinction.
Yeah.
Because average seems quite negative. It just seems like you're kind of you have potential, but you're not fulfilling it. Whereas normal just has a connotation.
It's this weird kind of thing where you're sort of a half normal, but you don't want to be average. You want to be normal. come and have a seat on the table of chat. This is Talkaoke. Are you normal? Or are you average?
Oh.
That's what we're come and sit down. Come and sit down. Come and get involved in this. Check in and then check out. This Talkaoke. Check this out. Thank you. So anyway, we're talking about norms and what's the difference between norms and normal? I don't know. I just came up with that myself. Don't people ever want to be average?
Isn't normal a societally imposed thing, whereas average is just a mathematical thing?
Yeah. Okay.
But people say like, oh, I'm just an average person. I think people sometimes just confuse both things. I think they may be like slightly different. I think they are related, being normal. But then
in sports day, I always used to come exactly in the middle of any race.
So that's average.
Yeah, it's quite average.
But is that normal? Probably normal for you. If there's like a track record of coming average, so that becomes a new normal. Can you be averagely not normal? Is there like, can you be average in your abnormality? I mean, or do you have to be normal and average?
Let's go back to, what do you think it matters, Tom, that you're normal, average?
Well,
what are you most normal at? What's your most normal thing?
I think I don't really know.
Okay, I'm gonna go around the table. Yeah,
that's fairly normal. Just not really knowing and really knowing the
Yeah.
I can't really answer any of these questions.
Yeah. We did we get your name? We got Margot. We got Neil. What's your name?
Matt,
Tom, Parvati, Tamalini, and Kobe. And I'm Mikey. I guess, I don't know where we're going with this. Have you ever felt weirdly abnormal? Has anyone ever felt abnormal? And when did you feel abnormal?
You kind of, I don't know, whenever I go to the GP and I have to like...
When you go to the GP? Yeah.
When I go to GP with whatever the problem may be, I always feel like this is abnormal, that no one else has it. And it's always like quite embarrassing when you show them whatever you need to show them. It's
and
like,
they go,
and they go like, oh, don't worry about it, like every other person has it. And that kind of puts my mind at rest. But I think GP is the only situation.
What is it that every other person has? We don't want to go into it.
I mean...
We'll all get out.
Well, there's quite a few different things. Definitely not a third nipple. I don't have that. Even though apparently that's very common. Was the third person has it.
Every 1 in 3 people has the third nipple. Has anyone around the table got a third nipple? No. So that doesn't pan out.
If you had a third nipple, would you know that you have it? Is the question, because I don't know. What does it look like?
Maybe all the people with third nipples all live in the same country, but they make up statistically.
Triniplia.
Possibly.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, where are all the people that have got 3 nipples? Have you got 3 nipples? Apparently 1 in 3 people has got 3 nipples, which kind of makes sense, but no one around the table's got 3 nipples.
Statistically has to have.
Somebody said that. How do you know this?
I looked it up on Wikipedia, I think. It came up in a conversation, and we just had to like check. Okay, what are you saying, Thomas?
Wikipedia isn't often reliable, though. So,
really? Do you believe it about the third nipple thing?
Not really, because...
You think someone just put that in for a laugh?
Yeah, because normally at school when we are supposed to like look up facts and things, they say not to use Wikipedia. If you find a fact there, then look it up somewhere else and make sure it's true, because...
All right, hang on a sec. Matt, give us a final thought before you go. Throw something into the mix. Sorry, Tom, to interrupt. Yeah.
And is that normal?
Well, I think this kind of like, definitely that hesitant thing is very normal. It seems to be around the table. Come and have a seat. Don't worry about it. It's beer and fag proof. If you sit downwind of the kids, then you can sit down guilt-free.
Electronic fag.
Yeah. Sit on the. And I'm sure that Neil won't mind having a little bit of like normal cigarette. Just in the.
I use this to escape people like him.
Really?
Yeah. To escape.
So anyway, this is Talkaoke. It's a pop-up talk show. We're just like firing this up, trying to find out what the big ideas of the weekend are. We've got Parvati, we've got Tom, we've got Neil, we've got Margot and Mikey. What's your name? Dylan, welcome. Are you potentially the person that's got some of the big... What do you think the big ideas are going to be this weekend?
This weekend?
Yeah.
This weekend, the big ideas?
Yeah. I know it's a tough question.
What's this band now? What's their name again? Is it a made-up name?
I don't know.
Is this a made-up band name?
What do you mean, the black metal?
I think there's a lot of. I've been living out of the UK for a while, and I've come back, and I don't know any band names anymore.
Where have you been living?
In Berlin for like 5 years.
Does it feel weird to suddenly come back here? Does it feel like the country's changed since you've been away?
I can't pay money on an Oyster card. I can't pay money to get on a bus anymore.
Really?
That much.
Did that confuse you?
I'm the only person who pays cash at a bar.
Right. Okay.
Everyone's contactless now. I feel like the California Man, the bad film. The man thawed out of ice.
Yeah, you feel like you've thought out of it. And you've only been in Berlin for a few years.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, it kind of, in a way, there's a good thing about that. It kind of means that the place has moved on a little bit. We're all contactless now on the buses. That's a very London-centric comment. By the way, there are people here somewhere that are not from London, and they still pay money to get on buses.
I do, yeah.
You do.
I still pay money to get on.
Where's that?
Winchester.
Winchester.
Yeah. We haven't got electricity yet.
Do you pay money if you want a drink, or do you just go contactless?
Depends. Yeah, most of the bars are old school, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
So,
you have to pay the cash only.
Checks.
You have to write checks. Is it a tally stick you need?
Yeah, I was gonna say a tally stick. I don't know where I heard it, but like apparently you had tally sticks back in the day, and then you would like measure up against the original tally stick and like whatever.
The original tally stick.
Like I don't know, because they came in pairs somehow. I don't know. I think it's like a wonderful concept. Maybe we're going to kind of revert to that. Because my card, which was contactless, I was able to pay on the bus. It kind of stopped being contactless, just kind of got fed up with it and just like reverted back to...
Yeah. I mean, are we getting that...
Give me contact, that's what my card seems to be saying.
Are we getting more and more abstract with our money? Maybe we could talk about that, because it does sort of feel abstract, doesn't it? I mean, back in Winchester, they still... you still go to the bar with like a sheep or a chicken or something, and attempt to barter it. With.
I mean, if you take a cow, you can actually get one of the staff. You can take them home. Yeah,
okay.
Still works like that. Yeah.
Is that permanently or just temporarily?
Well, till the next shift.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
The clock is ticking when you take the kind of.
But in Winchester, the clocks tick very slowly, so it's okay. Come and have a seat on the table of chat. The sundial is you've got 2 minutes. We need you basically. Come and we need your brains.
For sure.
And your mouth and your beard as well, for that matter. So I guess there's a few subjects on the table now. I'm just sort of throwing them up in the air, see what flies away, what lands. Yeah.
Does the increased sort of proliferation of contactless and electronic money and all that sort of thing, do we still necessarily realise the value of our transactions? Can we contactless? It feels like
so abstract.
It feels like I haven't actually paid.
Yeah.
And therefore I run out of money because I forget what I'm spending.
Yeah. Hello. Come and have a seat on the table of chat. It's me. Yes.
This child, he's been blindfolded.
No, he's done it. He's done it of his own accord. It's entirely voluntary. Have a seat at the moment. This is Talkaoke. We just got this thing going. We don't really have a proper subject on the table. There's a few things. There's like, what is normal, and what's the difference between normal and average. Is money becoming more and more abstract?
There's the third nipple.
There's the third nipple thing. Is that normal to have a third?
Have nipples.
Well, I'm going to turn the question around to you.
Why do women have nipples?
Why do women have nipples?
For milk.
Is that? But do you actually need a nipple?
Milk tweaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the more higher priority, would you say?
Tweaking.
The tweaking.
Yeah. Tweaking, not twerking. There's a big difference between.
Okay. So, all right. So, why do men and women have nipples? Is there any real point to nipples? Surely.
Are you proud of your nipples?
I'm not. I'm ashamed of my nipples.
Why are you ashamed of your nipples?
They're tiny.
Thank goodness this child is blindfolded.
I think it's some kind of.
I can see.
You can see through.
Don't look.
Look, there we go.
Tiny.
They're tiny, exactly. Embarrassingly small.
No, they're all right.
They're okay. Okay, all right. Well, that's good. Thank you.
I like the way that
Pretty normal looking, I'd say.
They're normal, yeah. But that's the thing. What does normal mean? What was this?
So it's just I like the way that on the TV screen your nipples were kind of censored by the hat there.
Excellent.
No nipples.
Okay, so anyway, let's quickly get a round of names. My name's Mikey. What's your name?
Rowan.
And
Margot.
And
Dylan.
Neil. Matt.
Flaps.
Flaps, okay, yeah.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Flaps number 2.
Okay, not nipples. No.
Nathan.
Nathan. I guess you've got 2 flaps on the table. It's a good, yeah. Come and have a seat on the table of chat. We've got a nice crowd, but I don't feel we've got any sort of directional coherence yet, which is, it'll probably come. Where do we want to go with this? The whole point is...
Remember when you fixed my bike?
Yes, I do, yes. Is that a line of conversation? Is it going to go anywhere? Well, the bicycle says it's still working, just quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, good to hear. Okay, so what was it again? Nathan, Flaps, Tom, Flaps, Matt, Neil, Dylan, Margot, Rowan, what's your name?
Beverly.
And I'm Mikey. This is Talkaoke. There's a few subjects on the table. Why do men have nipples? Why do women have nipples? Is it normal to have 3 nipples, 2 nipples? There's normal, what is normal, and is money becoming more and more abstract?
Surely the question.
It's kind of up to you.
Surely the question should be, what is supernormal?
What is supernormal? Okay. Well, that's one for the organisers. Guys, we're talking about supernormal here. Come and join in.
Is it one of these weird, like oxymorons, like extraordinary? Extraordinary isn't extraordinary.
Is supernormal like extraordinary?
To just be slightly pedantic,
make pedantry history.
Extra.
Yeah.
Extra just means outside of.
Outside of.
Not of the.
So what does super actually mean then, in a pedantic sense?
Super means greater, doesn't it?
Yeah. Multiplied.
Without.
Superman, like basically like Superman. It's a man, but it's got extra. Not extra, but I got
extra nipples.
Has got additional. No, but it's got. It's a man. It's a man. Essentially, it's a man, but it's got more powers. So it's not extra.
A man.
It's that. So what? No, it's a man, but it's got extra powers.
Yeah.
Not extra, but like super.
Okay, what? Like enhanced. It's like enhanced normal, is it? Yeah. Nathan, have you got
What's an extra man? I'd like to explore that. Yeah, what's an extra man?
Well,
I missed that. Yeah.
Extra man's powers.
Yeah.
What are extra man's powers?
All right. I mean, what I'm going to tell
he can appear in the background of any film at any time.
Right. Okay. So yeah. Okay.
So extra man. Okay, I got that. So extra man would be a man and something extra, which could be another man,
like
could
a bonus
be another,
man.
Yeah, like a bonus man. So you get one extra.
We're coming up with all sorts of new superheroes here.
Else.
Bonus man, extra man,
bargain man. That's
bargain man.
Buy one get one free. Bog off man.
Yeah, bog off man.
Yeah.
We're coming up with all sorts of new superheroes here. We've got bargain man, bog off man, extra man. Should I say supernormal man? What would supernormal man be? As a supernormal woman?
Just supernormal being, yeah.
Being.
I don't know what it would be.
So okay, we're going to come up with Supernormal's own superhero, which is.
Is this the chromosome of a supernormal person?
Could
here,
be. Could
illustrated.
Be. Could be. What does supernormal person? What are their special powers as a superhero?
Supernormal person would be an amalgam of all the people at Supernormal, wouldn't they? They and have the knowledge and abilities of the group.
Okay, what would that knowledge and ability be? What would supernormal person?
You'd literally have to ask everybody here, and then add it up.
Okay, well let's find out what everyone's special power is, and then we can add it together. What's your special power?
Reading.
Reading. Okay, the ability to read. Yeah. Can you read particularly quickly or big words?
Just a lot.
Can E.T. read?
Can E.T. read?
He reads really fast, doesn't he?
Really?
Oh, we always get them mixed up.
Yeah, I'm thinking, Spock can read quite quickly as well. I'm not really supposed to throw these things in, but I thought I'd throw it. Anyway, so reading at an average speed, what's your superpower?
Banana shirts.
Banana shirts, okay. Really ability to dress with appropriate fruit. Okay. Superpower?
I haven't told some of my close friends this one, so it's... I can breathe through my knees.
Okay, knee breathing.
Yeah, it's really unusual. Yeah.
Like grasshopper woman.
It is probably, super normal. Yeah.
What's your special power? That's what we're talking about over here. You do have one, I can tell. Anyway, special power, Tom.
Being able to play anything on the keyboard if I go up to it.
What's that?
Play anything on the keyboard like instantly.
Really? Wow. Instant spontaneity.
Child, the keyboard.
Someone, can we have a keyboard for the child, please?
Keyboard for Tom.
Keyboard. What flaps 2? What's your special power?
I can.
We lost Nathan. Nathan's special power is the ability to disappear.
To disappear.
Yeah.
Put my fist in my mouth and make a sound like a theremin.
Can we just hear that?
Not both at the same time though, because one blocks the other.
All right. Okay.
So you can have one or the other.
Okay. Give it the theremin.
Hold on, I need.
Although we should say there's 2 rules in Talkaoke: no fighting and no singing.
I can't do it then.
You can.
Put
That's
my
not
fist
singing.
in my mouth.
That's not singing, is it? Making it look like a theremin.
Can anybody lick their elbow by
Yeah. Okay.
Please do the theremin.
Yeah. Do the theremin thing.
Hold on. Hold on. It's coming. Shut up.
Can we have a little bit of dramatic pause here, please?
It's not very good today.
That sounds more like a cat being choked, or a dolphin. Dolphin fighting for air.
Go around the table.
Okay, we'll go around. What's your special power?
What's my special power? I haven't been thinking about it. Not being able to think very quickly.
Well, you could put that in a more positive light, like considered thinking.
Yeah, considered thinking.
Considered thinking.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time thinking.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Special power?
Infrequent spontaneity.
Okay, well, it's a bit like the considered thinking. Yeah, okay. What's your special power? Reflective face?
Yeah.
Yeah, being reflective.
Just reflecting on what's happening.
Okay, so it's a bit like thinking a lot. So it's funny, our supernormal person is very quick and spontaneous, but also very reflective and considered. Dylan, special power?
Just breaking bones.
Breaking
bones, yeah.
Yours or other people?
No, just mine, my own.
Yeah. Does that mean you can fit into incredibly small spaces, like an octopus?
If I break enough of them at once, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Amazing. Okay, so...
What's yours?
Yeah.
Maybe that would be the supernormal being then. The being that can fold themselves up. They can origami into any box.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be useful, right?
Origami man.
I've got bones like a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. There's
What's yours?
procrastination. Yeah, I guess the ability to revolve.
People's names. You can remember people's names.
I can remember people's names. Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
That's not a special power. You just have to focus. But my special power isn't to focus.
It's to unfocus.
To unfocus.
Okay, it's funny how some
special power was
reflectiveness.
I feel like that isn't really reflective of my special powerness. I just don't. I've not reflected long enough to figure out what my special power is, but I feel like there must be one which is beyond the reflection.
Has everybody got a special power hidden inside them? Have you got a special power? Yeah. Yeah, come and sit down anyway.
He's got 2 pens in one pocket. That's his special. 2 pens in one pocket.
Why have you got 2 pens? Isn't that a bit inefficient?
One's a bit naff.
Okay. It's a bit like Talkaoke.
You got one there.
That's not a pen, I don't think. You got 3 pens. Anyway, we're talking about special powers. What we're trying to do is create an amalgam of special powers that the superhero, the non-gendered superhero, a bit like this
He hasn't got
diagram. Maybe this could be the diagram of supernormal person.
That's good timing.
It's good timing. So far, we know that supernormal person, has got 3 heads. They're very spontaneous yet reflective and considered, and they've got the ability to break their bones into any shape possible, like an origami octopus.
While breathing through their knees.
Whilst breathing through their knees. Yeah, I forgot about breathing through the knees. Sorry about that. Flaps. That's right. Have you got any special powers? Tell us your name first of all.
It's Goff. Short.
Goff.
Short for Godfrey.
Goff.
Apologies about the nuts.
Yeah.
No, I haven't got any special powers. I don't think so. I'd like to see...
Is it the power of humility, perhaps?
Maybe humility, yeah.
Lack of fear of
I know I've got the treatment, you see.
I see. What is the treatment for a wasp?
Ice.
Really?
Ice and a hammer.
Right.
To get rid of the wasp. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that would be to crush the ice, wouldn't it? The hammer. Anyway. Where are we going to go? The whole point of Talkaoke is I don't really do any work here. You just come up with the ideas and I just take the credit. So where are we going to go with this supernormal person? We know they've got 3 heads. We know they can bring... They've got to go on adventures.
Got to go on adventures. Probably save somebody somehow.
Yeah. What are the dangers? The clear and present dangers at Supernormal?
Who's Supernormal's arch nemesis?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Reading Festival. Yeah.
Ready.
Carling Reading Festival.
Yeah.
Big brand sponsorship.
Okay, it's interesting.
What's the Supernormal? What would be the brand kind of to match Supernormal? I wonder.
That's a good point. Anyone got any? Hello. Hello. Come and join in this conversation.
I'll be back.
A workshop in what?
What does everyone have at Supernormal?
Okay. Hey?
What does everyone... Madonna!
Yes.
I want to go and dance now.
Well, there's no... I just want to say, this is a free-form talk show. You don't have to stay here. But do give us a final thought if you're going to...
Can we do a dance-off?
Yeah?
No, there's no singing, no.
I'm saying yes, but I'm not really feeling it. Excuse me, birth of personality, but what is this? This could be... Come and sit down.
I'd just like to ask you what you think about this as a question.
Death of the human, birth of the personality.
Human, birth.
I don't really like death of the human because that sounds like the humans actually died.
It's a question.
Come and sit down. Come and get involved in this. We have got Flaps too. We've got Tom. We've got Flaps. We've got Matt. We've got Neil. We've got Dylan. We've got Margot. We've got Flaps. Give us a final thought. She's run away. Okay. It doesn't matter because we've got a replacement.
This is a poster.
Yeah.
Is
it supposed to be a poster?
It's going to be a poster.
Yeah.
So I've been wondering about how we can have multiple personalities now, and the cult of the personality.
Yeah. Hang on. Hang on. Give me a final thought before you go. I'm just going to interrupt this. This actually segues into what we were talking about, which is supernormal person. But let me just get a final thought from Flaps too.
I need a poo.
Okay. Maybe that supernormal person would have incredible pooing abilities in challenging festival conditions. Anyway, go back to what you were saying.
Yeah, so I was thinking about how the cult of personality seems to be really extreme now, and we're getting to the point where we can have multiple personalities, and a lot of social media is focused around the personality, and I was thinking that maybe it means that humanness is dying.
Okay. Do you feel like your humanness is dying?
I think my humanness is being compromised. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Dylan, final thought? You're getting sucked back into this, aren't you? You're getting sucked back here, I can feel it. Do you feel like your humanness is being withered away, being squeezed?
I think.
Has anyone ever squeezed your humanness?
There's social media. There's you can get into trouble for talking about what social media is. You know, social media, you can say things you're supposed to be on your mind, but there's certain things you're supposed to.
You can't say.
Yeah, on social media.
Like what?
I don't know. Like if you're having a hard time.
You can't be.
I'm because that's seen as like a kind of poor me.
Yeah.
That's my final thought.
Really?
Well, we're gonna be here talking about this for a long time. Oh, hang on a sec. Hang on, Matt.
Yes.
Are we getting too heavy? Is that why everyone's leaving? We can do this. Yeah.
We could be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm up for it. I'm up for it.
Is death the end? That's the question.
Is death the end? You don't think it is?
I don't think it is. That's not. I believe in afterlife.
Isn't there a song about that?
But yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is death is not the end? That'd be nice.
When you're dead, you don't have to die again, do you? So that's quite nice.
Yeah. Hang on a sec. We've got a new face. So we've got a few new faces. We've got Neil. We've got Margaret. We've got Rowan. We have got. We've got
Beverly.
Beverly. That's right. And
Rachel
and Tom. And what's your name?
Kale.
So where do we want to go with this? Is our humanness being compromised?
I think
Neil?
if we're talking about social media in this regard,
seems that we are. Yeah.
I think people feel that their humanness possibly is being enhanced. A lot of people do.
Yeah.
That I can now tell everybody what the hell I think all the time, and I'm more enabled.
You feel enhanced as a human.
Whereas you possibly one possibly thinks less of other people that they're interacting with, like you're just shouting at a group of faceless listeners basically, and their humanity is almost erased.
So you're getting to express yourself more, but you're feeling other people less. Is that what you kind of say?
That's kind of what I'm getting at. Yeah. I didn't express it very well. I apologise.
Well, you've got to express yourself, but no one else understood. So that's kind of like an ironic mirror of Hang a sec, Kale. Rachel.
I'm not sure. I feel sometimes that I feel like I'm not part of society because I don't have Facebook and I have like a shitty phone without internet and stuff.
Yeah. Is it a Nokia?
I'll show you. It's amazing. It's got a radio on it.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. Well, you can keep in touch with that.
Yeah, you can. Oh wait, someone I'm calling someone.
Oh yeah. Well, there you go.
But look.
Is it making that noise or is that coming? Yeah. All right. Okay. Are you coming back? Okay. Is it actually making noise? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's quite a good sort of like.
It's like retro all the way. I kind of wanted to say, like on Facebook, for instance, this guy before he went, the Dylan guy, he said like, oh, people on Facebook they share things. Dylan, it's like you share things on Facebook, and it's like, oh, poor me. But it's actually funny because like my flatmate, she shared something recently on Facebook about her anxiety, which like if you've got anxiety. I mean, probably if I had it to that extent, I probably wouldn't want to share with the people because that would be more like an internalized thing. Anyway, so she posted it, something about anxiety. And she's like, what am I doing? I can't remember, something like, oh, you know, those days when you're trying to get somewhere and you can't leave the house because you feel too anxious, la la la. And she's a model, and she's and she goes out and works with people, and she poses nude and stuff. And for someone like her to say like, I've got anxiety issues. So she posted it anyway, and then she's like, oh, what am I doing? Hang on. And then a few minutes later she deleted it, but before she deleted it, people pounced on it and commented really supportive things. And you know, she deleted it in the end, but it was just like so instantaneous. And what that made me think of is people just are maybe just fed up with seeing people sharing like, oh, I'm up to this amazing thing right now, and we just need an outlet to kind of exercise our empathy. That's
is
what
it time to post some more negative things on Facebook? Let's be a bit braver.
I think that is a good thing, but I also feel that it stops sometimes people communicating in real life about these things, maybe, because I just remember a girl at work when she did that. I did have to have Facebook for an old job where I could only get my route on Facebook, so I had like a dormant Facebook, and she would post like all this stuff, and she was quite a difficult person to work with, and then she posted all this stuff, and then like everyone was like, okay, we understand, but no one really talked to her about it, and none of her problems at the workplace seemed to get better, and her dynamics, so people didn't change.
What were the
was, like,
problems?
Supportive. It was also anxiety related stuff.
Anxiety, yeah.
It was.
Yeah, there's anxiety. Are we vocal enough about our anxieties? Should we be more anxious? Not more anxious, but express our anxiety. Beverly, do you ever get anxious?
I think it's fair enough if people want to express their anxiety, and I think Facebook is one way of expressing that if people want to do that. But I don't know that Facebook is totally not personal, because I think that I have lots of friends on Facebook which aren't my real friends, but I've got a lot of friends who are real friends, and we do actually connect through that and then meet up in real life and have real proper connections. And if I know one of my friends is suffering from something, I will get in touch with them and go and see them, and we actually talk about it. So I think it can be a useful thing, and I think that like
it can be a starting point.
Yeah, it can be a starting point. I think it's a totally personal thing, isn't it? About expressing whether you want to say that you're anxious, or some people just want to keep all that to themselves and find a different way of dealing with it. It's just a personal thing how people deal with things.
Have you ever been anxious about anything, Tom?
I don't know really.
Oops.
Maybe like SATs, you could say. I was anxious about that.
What's SATs?
That I don't know what SAT stands for, but it's a test at the end of primary school.
All right, and you had to do a test, and you was a bit anxious about that.
Because that test decides what form and groups you're going to be in high school. So
And how did it go for you in the end? Did it go all right?
Really good. Yeah.
It went okay. Okay. Sorry, I didn't hear what you were saying. Come closer. Come and get involved in this. We're talking about anxiety. Are we ready enough to just talk about our anxieties?
I'm anxious to join in. But
are you anxious to join in?
My friend said there's a guy who sits around this donut table.
Yeah.
Looks like Chris Morris.
Yeah.
I've just been fascinated. I've got to join in, but we have to.
Well, we're going to be here all day and all night and all tomorrow. So there's no. Probably once I've had too many tins of Giviettes, but we've got some support. Give us a final thought, Kale, before you go. What do you think about this anxiety discussion? Is it less black and white than what you've got on your poster?
Anxiety's everyone has anxiety, don't they?
Yeah.
Different things.
Yeah. Do you ever get anxious about
chronic,
stuff?
Yeah, I get anxious about lots of things. Wake up in the night, worried.
Like that?
Yep.
Yeah.
All the usual.
Yeah.
I don't have any kind of chronic problems with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have anxiety.
Do you think it's just best kept to yourself, or do you think it's best to sort of just put it on Facebook, or some other?
Well, I'm not part of Facebook.
Yeah. Hang on a sec. Give us a final thought before you go, Beverly, because Kale's about to give us a final thought, and then what was that? It.
I'm not part of Facebook, but I think Facebook is good for some things. I think it was amazing when that woman filmed her boyfriend being shot in America.
Right.
And it
was
was
that on
broadcast
Facebook?
live. Yeah, it was on.
Yeah.
It was a live feed,
right.
and it meant that everybody saw it, and it was politically really incredible.
Yeah. Okay.
But you've got to remember that Facebook, they are harvesting your information, and it is a commercially driven enterprise, and it's capitalism.
Do you not want to be
capitalising on your personality?
Yeah, they're harvesting your personality.
Yeah.
Okay. You're doing the work. They're taking the money.
I think, unfortunately, living in this society, we're all being
harvested.
Yeah, harvested. Whatever we do, even when we go shopping, if we've got a bank account, they know what we're doing.
So we're being harvested.
Yeah, they know exactly what they're doing. It's just a cynical way to get money and screw us, really. So
yeah.
There we go. That's my final thought.
Okay.
I just suddenly thought, like, when you were talking about this instance when the woman filmed on Facebook how her boyfriend got shot, I just thought in a twisted way that's just such a gem, just such a godsend for Facebook. They probably were praying for something like that to kind of, I think so, because like if they are after personal stuff, this is like as personal and as close.
Did he actually get killed, this guy?
He did, yeah. He was actually, and it was absolutely awful. So in terms of like, they only just activated that function, and I think also the President Erdogan, he also used that function to speak to his people. And bless him, by the way. But yeah, it's just like somebody's trying to share something genuine to raise awareness, but in the end, Facebook is like, fucking yes, come on, like this, which is just so bad.
Okay.
But that's how it works.
But, okay, so are we? Kale's worried about being harvested. Is it just a fact of life? Are you worried about being harvested?
Well, not really. I don't really.
Do you feel like you are being harvested? Like, say, for example, your SATs. Somebody could be analysing those test results and making some judgments about.
They determine where your school is in the league table, and then your school gets a certain amount of funding based on how you do in your SATs. And then it's really fucked up. Because I was at school when they started, and I remember there was so much pressure.
Yeah.
Like I think it's really unfair that we had to do them.
Come here and be harvested. We're talking about. Do you ever? Come and sit down. If you sit down on the table, it makes me look more popular. But you don't have to say anything. Like Rowan's hardly said anything. Come and sit down. We got Rachel, we got Tom, we got Neil, we got Margot, we got Rowan, and Mikey. What's your name?
Eva.
Eva. Man, we're talking about being harvested. It seems like, although Kale was a bit worried about being harvested, and it's all capitalist, she was saying, everyone else just seems to accept it. That it's just part of. That's just how it is. Do you know what I mean?
Does everybody feel like has everybody got a nagging doubt at the back of their mind that one day they're going to get found out
About what?
About something, about whatever it is.
Yeah. One day
they'll all find out.
The shit's gonna hit the fan.
And then I'll be fucking ruined.
Yeah.
Like my reputation will be in Taz.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I think this is my point. Like I hear what you're saying and I feel it, but I sometimes think like, what would be the most detrimental thing that people may find out about me? Things that I look up on the internet, things that I spend my money on via bank transfers and stuff like that. Like
personal habits.
Like what can be so discriminating for my person in the line of work that I'm in or whatever? Because everything is just like very many things are just so socially acceptable these days.
So you think that you've got really nothing to hide, or nothing that juicy to hide?
I mean, if they found out, then I don't think anyone's going to be like, you know.
Yeah.
Because I don't class anything that I do, you know, criminally damaging to anyone.
So there's nothing.
I don't know.
Are you worried on this side about being found out, about being some kind of revelation?
Yeah,
picking out.
Maybe even outside of Facebook or even just generally, you're getting rumbled for being a fraud or getting rumbled for being like, oh, you said oh, we didn't know this about your past. Now we can't trust you ever again.
Rumbled or framed, framed or shamed. Are you worried about it?
Okay, that's good.
Eva, Rachel, Tom, are you worried about being rumbled, framed or shamed?
Yeah, kind of. I don't really know why though, but I do.
Yeah. You do worry about it, but you've got nothing really to hide, okay?
But my question is like, why does that feeling exist? Because it's like, what is the origin of that? Is that because you genuinely have something terrible, like some massive skeleton in your closet, and you think like this is literally not going to go down well with the society, or is it just something that we imagine? I don't know.
Does it feed back to the question earlier about being normal and like, or they're going to find out I'm abnormal? Exactly. Well, what does it mean? But it's this kind of the same thing. It's the same thing, isn't it? Oh, when they find this out, I'll be shunned.
Is it also not partly that we've seen so many instances of celebrities and politicians being caught tripped up here and there and everywhere?
Yeah, that we think that's part of life in a way.
Yeah, but is our fear not based a little bit on that? Because I mean, surely on social media you only share what you'd share with your friends anyway, generally. So.
Well, yep.
I think it's also this like this idea of social deviancy. You know, there's a possibility that. Like, well, for anything to change, you have to have some deviant cells. If you've got entropy happening, you've got energy leaving some substance, like you have to have some deviant cells to go.
Okay.
And then the other ones follow. So like you need deviancy for society to change.
Okay.
But like they don't want you to be. They want to tell you you're deviant before you do it yourself. So it stays the same.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I think when deviant becomes the new normal, then society has changed. Hello, come and join in. Are you a deviant or a normal person? That's what we're talking about at the moment. Do we need deviants for society to change? If we want society to change, that's what we're talking about at the moment. It's all down to Facebook and should be people. Eva, have you got a final or initial thought?
Hey, I've been working since 8, so just.
Yeah. What have you been doing?
I'm working at the food store. So
what are you selling? Any highlights?
Probably the vegetarian momos, the dumplings.
Oh yeah, okay, all right. Now that we've plugged it, we want some free. Bring some momos. Okay. So we got Tom, we got Rachel, we got Rowan, Margot, Neil, Mikey. What's your name? Ross. Ross, welcome. So we're talking. It all started off actually with the supernormal superhero, which would be supernormal person and have the special powers of reflectivity, spontaneity, and ability to break their bones.
It would have the special abilities of the whole.
Of the entire
amalgamation,
which is those things, as well as being able to breathe through the knees and break their bones into lots of tiny pieces. But it brought to mind this question about what is normal and what is not normal. Should we be more willing to share what we think is abnormal? And then Rachel's brought out the point that the deviants actually are the ones who change society by making it the new normal. Yeah, you can. This is Talkaoke. Is what it's all about.
Can I just say something? You know how when you sometimes talk to people and they just put on this coy, I don't know, personas like, oh yeah, I'm into this. I know it's so weird. And you're like, no, it's not weird. It's actually okay. What do you mean? People kind of like make a point of like, oh yeah, I'm doing this thing. I'm just so weird like that. It's like, no, mate, you know, I'm a little bit of a crazy artist. Like, I'm a little bit weird like that. It's like, no, why are you saying that? Like, why are you judging this? Why are you selling me your weirdness? That's not weird. Or whatever. I just wanted to say that because I've got my friend. I was just drawing a dinosaur on your arm, and my friend's like, "Oh yeah, I'm really into paleontology and dinosaurs." Oh, I know that's really weird. I'm like, "That's not weird. That's what you're into."
It's quite normal. Are you into dinosaurs? Whoa, excuse me. Hang on, Rowan. Wait for the microphone. I'm over here talking to Tom. I'll come to you. Thomas or Tom?
Well, yeah, Thomas.
Thomas. You're not bothered.
Well,
are you into dinosaurs?
Well, I kind of was, and then I just thought that, well, there's...
Do you think it's a bit weird?
No, I don't think it's weird, just they're not as exciting as I thought they were ages ago, and that's why I'm not into them
So
anymore.
dinosaurs have kind of died a death now. Yeah. They don't do a lot. Yeah, they don't do much. What were you going to say?
I feel that's predominantly arty types, like...
Yeah.
Because a lot of my arty friends say that kind of thing, like, oh, I'm into this really normal thing, but it's so weird. Whereas a lot of my non-arty friends just acknowledge being into things because they're into them.
Yeah. So you think that is the pathology of the artist?
A little bit, yeah.
They want to be weird in a way.
Yeah. Because in art, it's like it's a bit of a credit to actually be different and weird, whereas in other walks of life, it's the opposite.
You can come and bring your lunch here if you want. This is lunch proof. It's been special.
Whoa! This is the time. Come on.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Why artists?
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay, come along, you're very welcome. Ross, have you got any views on this? Oh. Okay.
Would you care for something on your body part?
This is a new service we're offering at Talkaoke we haven't done before, which is just glitter and painting the body. Ross?
Actually, I think that the normals need the deviants, and vice versa. So like one doesn't exist without the other.
Why?
Well, to keep it going, so that the normals feel normal and the deviants feel deviant.
So in a way, they're sort of defined by their opposite.
Yeah, they help each other move around, and it's like a gauge of where the other is. And I think you need both to. Something starts off being deviant, and then the normals make it normal, and it becomes normal. And everyone does it, and then someone does something deviant, and they go back the other way.
Can you think of anything that was deviant and is now normal?
Oh, plenty of things.
What's that?
Homosexuality.
That was deviant and now normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely, it's probably the definition of the definitive example, isn't it? I would have thought, but yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't the internet supposed to mean that nobody's interest was weird anymore? You found your community.
Okay, so has the internet led to a dearth of deviancy?
I don't know if there's left, not maybe a dearth of deviancy, but it. I'm going back to what your man there was saying about
Rowan,
about it being Rowan, about it being an artist's sort of thing. Is that what drives that feeling of being different, of being weird? That's what drives them to do ever more weird things to push out the envelope of human experience.
Okay, so in a way, this drive to be weird, to be deviant, actually is what leads to a certain kind of creativity, I suppose.
It must be an element because it's it's doing something different that inspires artists. They wouldn't just deliberately be normal and ordinary, so it must be a factor. Unless it's like blues music or something where you have to be ordinary.
What do you mean?
Well, like the blues is famously good if it's to an archetype, whereas if it's something like free jazz, it's the exact opposite. You've got to be as different from everything else anyone's ever heard as possible.
Okay.
So,
it's interesting though with experimental music because I think the only thing that's actually changed in experimental music, apart from technology, in the last 100 years, is also like just the way audiences react. It's actually like the things that Russell were doing in the 20s in Italy or whatever.
Who was
like doing? Like the Art of Noise, the Futurists, and all that. just sounds like something you could hear here today, but just the context is different. Like.
Okay, so the only thing that's changed really is the audience. We're
actually quite into this, rather than people running screaming from the building.
Okay, I mean, would it be better if people were more shocked by what's going on here today? Would it make more of an impact?
Is there a certain constituency of people who consider themselves normal who are left behind by art, which is always pushing at the edges?
Okay, in a way, it's kind of stretching. You're distracting from this very important conversation about norms and pushing the boundaries and vanguards and all this kind of stuff with your bloody body painting stuff.
Is that because you would like some glitter on your chest hair?
No, I don't want any glitter on my chest hair.
Are we deviating from your norm?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're pushing.
Have you anticipated a different kind of outcome of this session?
You're pushing my envelope.
Draw him a third nipple. That's what
I've actually already got a third.
Super tiny.
I've already got a third nipple.
Oh, do you now?
Yeah.
Let's see it.
I can't find it. It's too small.
On your back.
Anyway, where we're going to go from? Come and join in. You can bring your peaches. It's actually nectarines, but that's okay. This table is nectarine proof.
Someone's got the bag here.
That belongs to Rachel. We've got Rowan, we've got Thomas, we've got Margot, we've got Ross, we've got Neil. My name's Mikey. What's your name?
Ben.
Ben, welcome. We're talking about normality and deviancy. Do we actually need to be deviant in order to push the boundaries? Oh.
That's nice thing.
Yeah, that's probably the shortest ever go in Talkaoke. Come and join. Yeah, it's deviating from the norm. It seems like it's happening a lot here.
But this is the thing, like, do we need deviance? So what was your question? Can you rephrase your question or like repeat it?
Well, it's more the thing that Neil brought up, is that we actually need this sense of deviancy.
Okay, so I think my point is, you were earlier talking about the communities on the internet and people being able to connect over whatever their quirks are.
Yeah.
They form a community because then, lo and behold, you realise there's more people than just you.
Are you part of any quirky communities? Are you part of any internet groups?
I think I would know that. If I was part of a quirky.
The people speak?
They're not that quirky. It's so mainstream now. They do festivals and everything, but no, I don't think so.
No.
But what I was trying to say is, like, this is the thing, like, we need deviants, but deviants are just people who are maybe just into something just slightly off norm, but that's not deviation if quite a few people share that thing.
Okay.
I don't have any specific example in my head. I mean, they're all rude probably, but I.
Come, we can be rude here. We're in the Supernormal. Come on.
Somebody be rude for me.
Come on, you can do it.
Somebody be my mouthpiece.
What were you going to say?
What are you trying to say?
Yeah.
No, but like, people with like different sexual preferences, like very obscure ones. I'm really into mouthpiece interaction with people.
Anyone with any obscure sexual preferences.
I talk in intimate situations, but hang on, that's really weird. Do you know what I mean? That's the kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, for instance, people into like very specific sexual habits.
Practices.
Practices. It's like, they're deviants, but.
Such as dressing up as dinosaurs, for example.
They're actually quite a big niche now.
Yeah.
You'd find.
Okay. Well, Thomas is over dinosaurs anyway. He's moved on. What sort of things are you into now?
Well,
if you're not into dinosaurs.
I like kind of spacey things like
Space,
Star Wars.
Okay. Yeah.
Type.
Sci-fi.
Yeah.
Are there any deviants in Star Wars? I mean,
I've never watched Star Wars.
All the rebel forces, surely, are all.
Are they deviant? Is it a deviant force?
That's the idea.
Chewbacca's a nudist, obviously.
Yeah, but luckily, he just wears a belt. Yeah.
And those two, brother and sister, didn't they almost fall in love?
Yeah. Okay.
That's the ultimate.
To be fair, that was through ignorance, though.
Okay. Who's your favourite character in Star Wars?
I'm not really sure.
What about CP3O?
C3PO.
C whatever he is called. Whatever.
But it's not really a character, but it's a thing called a Magna Guard, and it's and they guard this person called General Grievous, and he's supposed to be a Jedi, but he's not because he's partly cyborg.
Right, so he's a semi-Jedi.
He has 4 arms.
Right. So he's a semi-Jedi with 4 arms.
Yeah, and the Magna Guards are just robots which guard him there.
What Star Wars is this in?
I think it's Clone Wars, because it's where...
Right.
Where it's...
See, you see, that's the thing. Clone Wars now has become the new normal, hasn't it? Yeah.
It's not in those Clone Wars adventure really cheesy cartoons where Yoda looks like that, and it's really stupid. It's like you could in the Star Wars 1 and 2 and 3. I think he's in one of those rather than 4, 5, and 6.
Okay, so he's in 1, 2, and 3, Phantom Menace, and the other ones, all the rubbish ones. So where are we going to go with this? Does someone else want to have a go in the middle? I'm getting drunk now, yeah?
In the context of space, can there be any deviancy? Or as the cosmos seen it all?
Okay, well that's interesting, because would there be, on a colony on Mars, would there be any deviancy? Could you have deviancy in space?
Cells in matter. That's the other thing I was saying about before, you have cells that deviate or or cells that replicate in a wrong way or malfunction, or and that's how evolution happens.
Right.
So
it happens everywhere.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's how you get 3 nipples.
Would you like 3 livers?
No nipples.
Oh, 3 nipples. All right, I thought you said 3 livers. 3 nipples.
You still for Supernormal. I think you could, have a tent with 3 livers in it.
Yeah, that would be handy. I wish I had 3 livers. But then again, would that mean that I need to drink 3 times as much?
If we all had 3 livers, I have a friend whose dad has got some kind of liver disease, and there's he has to have a transplant, and apparently 1 in 3 people die when having a transplant, so that's quite sad because it's very close.
So why is it that people have 2 kidneys but only 1 liver?
Yeah, so that's why we need 3 livers, so we can just take one out when we need to.
In the future, will we have 3 livers? You're the sort of biology specialist here, Rachel. Would it be possible to have an extra liver just in case one packs up in the future?
Well, it's good with kidneys, isn't it?
Yeah, it works with the kidneys.
Yeah.
But then they grow organs now in the lab, and this is the whole thing why church, for instance, the church has problem with it, because that's not normal. Because like 2 cells meeting in somebody's birth ducts is like, oh, that's a baby now, that's and kind of all that part of that conversation. And I'm just saying, like, if you're growing a liver and that's going to save somebody's life,
the church won't like it.
Church won't like it, but what's wrong with that? Do you know what I mean?
So this is Talkaoke. It's a freeform talk show at the moment. We've got Thomas, we've got Neil, we've got Ross, we've got Margot, we've got Rowan, we've got Rachel. My name's Mikey. What's your name?
Simeon.
And?
Hannah.
Yeah.
And what's your name? Come and get involved in this. Don't be shy. It's electrically safe. I've tested it already. We're talking about.
Can I see the little green sticker, please?
Yeah, it fell off. Now look what's happened. Anyway, we're talking about. I guess we're talking about will we have 2 livers in the future? Will the church put a stop to that? Come and have a seat. Can we get involved in this? It's sort of part of the sort of major, let's say, the leitmotif of this conversation has been what is normal, what's not normal, deviancy versus normality. But we've sort of moved on to not organ transplants, but why do we have to have 1 liver and 2 kidneys? Why can't we have 2 livers? It would be much more handy. Thomas has got a friend that needs a liver transplant, but he wouldn't need one if he had a spare liver. What's your name?
Name's Sam.
Sam. What's your name again?
Sim and Sam.
Sim and Sam. Yeah, Sim, yes. And Hannah, Thomas, Neil, Ross. What's your name?
Ginny.
Ginny. And Rowan and Rachel and Mikey. Would you like a second liver? Will we have 2 livers in the future? Would you re-edit your child's DNA to have 2 livers so that they live longer?
Pretty big livers, aren't they? They last a long time if you treat them well.
Okay, what about if you don't?
Well, then if you have 2, then you just treat.
You think you just go
twice
get
as
worse?
badly?
Yeah. Okay, so you wouldn't necessarily live twice as long.
And they can grow back as well.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
They can heal quite well, livers.
Okay. Ginny, what are you going to say?
Well, maybe a few more hearts or lungs. They seem a bit more in brains, though.
spare brains would be quite nice.
Could
more than
you grow
livers,
more
I think.
brain in the future?
Surely.
Yeah.
Like if you accidentally cut up a worm, both parts can still live because they've got more than.
What about
5.
if you deliberately cut a worm?
They'll still live still.
Right. Okay. So it's
but
not,
because
yeah.
they all have like loads of hearts in the different sections, so then.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's a total accident.
Well, maybe you could opt into growing spare organs on like a sort of fleshy backpack that could be, you know, you could grow some hearts or some lungs, and then maybe when they're ripe, then you go and they get plucked and you get paid for your spare
Could this
organs.
be a job of the future, like an organ grower?
Yeah.
I think we're going to technologically create things that are going to take over our bodies anyway. So.
Right.
Yeah.
What's that? Yeah, in the future, we'll kind of be more cyborg.
Yeah, so we're going to realise that our bodies are actually defunct because we can actually produce technology that's far superior to.
Yeah. But would you want your body to be defunct?
That's a very materialistic way of looking at things. That whole cyborg, what's it called, transhumanist agenda. That kind of denies a lot of spirituality and the actual interdimensional.
Are you worried
nature of
about that,
humanity.
Simeon?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Are you worried about transhumanists' agendas? Are you worried about becoming a cyborg? If so, even if not, come and sit down on this table of chat. This is Talkaoke. Come and have a seat. Because we got Hannah, we got Simeon, we have got Sam. Give me a chance. And we got Rachel, we got Rowan and Ginny and Ross. Neil, final thought. Neil?
I'm only going to get a pint of WD-40 for my cyborg body.
Okay. All right. Okay. And what's your name?
Michael.
Woo!
Michael.
And Mikey. And what's your name?
I'm Margot.
Margot. Okay, so is this going to be the future? Are you going to have spare organs? Would you be an organ grower? Would that be your future?
Well, at school I watched a video where this guy was 3D printing a liver.
Really?
No, a kidney. I think it was a kidney, and he just picked up the kidney. He said, "Well, we can use these printers and to like heal shot wounds and things. You just have to scan it, then get the right materials, and then you can print it. So I don't think you'll need to grow it. You can just have one of these,
print it.
a mobile printer, and just print it.
Okay. Right. Should there be like a 3D liver printing stall here at Supernormal?
What would you, sorry, but what would you print it from? Because like if you want to print an object out of on a 3D printer, you'd use whatever plastic materials, whatever. I'd imagine, I don't know. But if you're printing an actual liver, what do you use as your material?
Meat.
Well, a meat, just like a general meat that you buy in the supermarket, or what?
Yeah.
It's stem cells. You need as many stem cells as you have grams in a liver from yourself. The idea is that it doesn't. You produce something that you can't reject. So they take stem cells from you, or take skin cells and reboot them to stem cells, and then squeeze them out, coax them into being different things.
Are you scared of rejection?
Not at all.
So we've got to cover all angles here at Talkaoke. So we're talking about printing your own liver. You've got to print it from your own stem cells. You feed it into the printer. What about if you print it wrong first time around? Because it normally happens to me. Like get the format wrong or something like that, and you waste all your stems. Can you do like a kind of like?
You're careful with it.
Be careful, okay? What were you going to say?
I was going to say that maybe they should use the same technique for like making meat that doesn't actually come from a real creature.
Yeah, so you can print a steak.
Yeah, so you don't have to kill a cow to...
Yeah. But what would you make, the same question, what would you make the steak from?
Like tofu or something.
Okay. Alright, we're getting very scientific here.
Yeah. You could grow something with your own cells and then eat yourself slowly over a period of time.
That way you could lose weight, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, will we be eating our own meat in the future to avoid a fear of rejection? That's what we're talking about. So we're talking about the future here. Come and get involved in this. We're talking about the future. Will we be 3D printing our own steaks from our own body cells, grown in the lab and 3D printed? It's ethically correct. That's the future that people are imagining around the table. What's that?
If enough people want it, then we can do it.
Really?
But you could, cow, but cow cells.
Yeah.
Probably cow cells. If we run out of cows.
Well, why use cows? Why not use your own cells? Yeah.
I suppose you keep the cow cells going even if there's no cows left.
Okay.
But I would say wean off of meat is probably better.
Okay, all right.
Eating yourself would be the most ethical thing you could do, really.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
And you'd know where the meat came from. You know how it was treated.
Yeah.
Eat yourself. That's the new slogan.
Okay. This is a concept that I've never heard before. Like self-steak, basically what we're talking about.
Pulled me.
Pulled me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
If it's a woman you're eating, it's called a mistake.
Oh. Yeah.
It was off the cuff. That was off the cuff.
Yeah.
We'll scratch that one. That was too easy.
Strike that from the record.
So if you don't like women, for instance, would you like secretly take some cells from women and just like eat women just as a political statement? I hate women, I'm going to eat only female steaks.
Would female steaks be the food of the misogynist?
Can you eat cells of your own mother? Because like basically you're the same cells anyway.
I guess so. Yeah. Yeah.
Eat your ancestors.
Yeah. Have you got a particular ancestor of yours that you'd like to eat?
My uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any particular reason?
He tastes good, I guess.
Okay. So we're talking about eating. This is the future. In the future, we'll just print our own steaks from either our own cells or our relatives. Rachel, have you got a final thought before you go? She's just wandering off like that, and there's no sense of closure. What's your final thought?
Love you guys.
Okay, spread the love. All right. Okay, so we've got a spare seat there. Can we get involved in this? Where do we want to go with this conversation? Is this the future that people see? Is it a scary future? Would it be as normal, back to the normal thing, as...
running out of water will mostly come from livestock. It's one of the main uses of water, how much it takes. I think making a cup of coffee from the growing of it until the drinking of it takes so many litres of water, it's quite amazing.
Really? Even if you have an espresso?
Yeah, because of how much water it takes to grow it.
Right.
As well as making it.
So for example, a double espresso, how many litres of water?
I heard it was over 100 to make.
Really? Because I just
maybe
pour
it was
a little
25.
bit into the machine.
You have to go and look it up.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
either 25 or 100.
Let's say 100 because it sounds 100 litres of water to make one double espresso. And here we are sitting in our comfortable Oxfordshire existence. Is that a more pressing priority than eating our own stem cell produced steaks?
Is it true that coffee is becoming... Well, it's on the...
Is it becoming extinct?
Yeah.
Yeah? Really?
Sim knows more.
Go on, tell us a bit more about this.
That's all I know. But so we're having to look for other areas in the world that the climate is becoming good for growing coffee.
Are we on the verge of a massive coffee crisis? Is that what you're saying?
I had thought that maybe the corporates understand that the coffee is coming to an end, which is why there's so many coffee shops opening up to exploit that last dwindling resource in a typical greedy, materialistic fashion.
So it's the final kind of hurrah of coffee.
Yeah, but they knew it. They see through these kind of macro cycles and profit from each little squeeze of the planet.
Can we not 3D print our own coffees in the future or genetically modify it?
I love coffee as well. It's a bummer.
I mean, are we... Never mind the end of history. What about the end of coffee? That's what we're talking about here. We're facing a crisis bigger than anything you can imagine. The end of coffee.
Good Lord, what can we do to help?
I don't know. We need your minds. Come and sit down on the table of chat. We've got Neil. We've got Jenny. We've got Ross. We've got
Jonas.
We got Margot. We got Thomas. We got
Anthony.
We've got Hannah, we've got Simeon and Sam and
Julia.
What do we do about this coffee crisis? Is it just all fear and anxiety? We were talking about that earlier.
I think we need to do something. I think who's got the last of coffee? We find them, We find them, we distract them with something, and we just take it.
I've actually got 3 packets of coffee.
It's already happening.
Yeah.
It's already happening.
What have you been distracted by something and someone took all your coffee?
No, it's already being grabbed up by someone
I'm
with
hoarding,
more
I am
firepower.
literally hoarding coffee.
Someone's hoarding it.
Yeah. I mean, is that what's gonna happen? Is there a kind of coffee mountain?
Growing the market and shrinking the supplies deliberately to profiteer from the next glut of coffee addiction.
Yeah. I mean, how much? What's the maximum? If you're really desperate for a cup of coffee, what's the maximum you would pay if you're really, really desperate?
I think I might go chicory.
Sorry?
Might have to go chicory or guarana. That's a good source of caffeine.
Right, so you would move to guarana.
Things have not got that bad. Things have not got that bad. If you've gone guarana, then you know, then Zen times and suicide packs are the way to go. Like that point.
Yeah. What's this?
But the point is, we're thinking ahead here, and we've got to think ahead. It's about the future, isn't it, Mikey?
Yeah. Well, it seems to be.
So it's mate, chicory, it's taurine.
What's that?
Taurine.
Taurine. What's that?
And what's that?
Isn't that a kind of nuclear fusion reactor?
It's sort of real, but it's not really real.
Yeah.
Now, why isn't it real?
What's taurine anyway?
It's like a thing that they put in Red Bull, and they make it sound like some sort of mineral to make people be like, "Oh, I'm being really healthy drinking this taurine," but it's a made up thing.
I mean, does it really exist? Do they actually put it
in a can of Red Bull,
right?
You know.
But it's not a natural thing. Is that what
I
you're
don't
saying?
think so. I don't think taurine is in it.
It's a bit like there's a trademark for something that already exists.
Right.
It's caffeine, but it's industrially made. It's a bit like calling aspartame NutraSweet.
Right.
It's actually a naturally occurring thing, and they just trademark it. Nestle are very good at that.
Right.
There's an issue with. I wish I could remember the name of the. It's a spice or a herb. It's very, very prevalent in India. Nestle are trying to trademark it.
Right.
And make it. Is it turmeric? It's something.
Nestle trying to trademark turmeric.
It's something that we would have heard.
Bastards.
It will come to me in a minute. It will come to me in a minute. And they're trying to trademark it so that anybody who grows it or sells it is infringing Nestle's trademark it. Yeah.
Absolutely, they did that with baby milk as well, didn't they? Like, if you breastfeed your baby, you're actually infringing Nestle's copyright. Did you know that? Bastards, absolute bastards. Sorry, Thomas. Okay, where do we want to go with this? Do we want to talk about trademarking breast milk? Do we want to talk about coffee? Yeah, hang on, Ginny, then, yeah.
Well, apparently it's illegal to sing happy birthday in a public place like a restaurant or something, because one of the royal family, like more than 100 years ago, trademarked it.
Really? There's the royal family that did it?
It's illegal.
The British royal family?
Most restaurants just don't care or don't know about the thing, but it's apparently illegal that you're not allowed to do
Does it worry you when you sing happy birthday?
No.
Or do you not sing it?
Well, I don't know.
We can all sing happy birthday now and show our defiance.
Hang on. There's 2 problems with that. Number 1, there's only 2 rules on Talkaoke. One of them is no fighting, the other one is no singing. But then the second thing is it's not actually anybody's birthday either. Has anyone with a birthday around the table? We want to do an experiment.
Yesterday.
Was it?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Can we talk happy birthday? Is it legal to talk happy birthday?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, come on, let's just recite happy birthday.
Why not sing every other word? Or maybe have people say, you could sing
one syllable, then talk the next one.
So it's like happy, and then someone else's birthday too.
Okay. All right. What we're going to do? Okay, we're doing an experiment where we're going to sort of like group sing, talk happy birthday around the table. This man's called Ross. So just when it comes to
It's not a drinking game, is it? If I get it wrong, I don't have to drink a pint or something.
If you get it right,
I'm not signing up for that.
If you get it right, you have to drink a pint.
I'm very
if you get
good
it
at
wrong,
drinking, but I'm not very good at drinking.
Okay, well let's just try this. Okay, so we're going to start over here. So
Do we do a word or a syllable?
It's kind of up to you. What do you want to do?
I think we do a syllable.
Okay, all right.
You're going to be spinning around on your chair.
Okay, all right. Let's just try this.
Okay.
Let's try this. I'm going to go clockwise.
Ready? Happy
birthday
to you.
Happy
birthday
to
you.
Happy birthday,
dear
Ross.
Happy
to
you.
you.
Nestle, go fuck yourself. Right. And the royal family,
We not only circumvented the royal family's rules there, we circumvented your rules, because you're the man in this situation.
Yeah, it's true. But it's Ross's birthday yesterday, so, you know, what can we do? Do you know what I mean?
It's an interesting thing this young man, what's your name?
Thomas.
Mentioned about laws and how they form, a bit serious, but how they form our reality.
Yeah.
Most people don't know that laws don't get repealed, they just don't get used, but they're still there.
Like what sort of laws?
Well, the right to assemble, for instance. They never go away. They just come back, and they come back with different names and with different governments. And they say, oh, well, actually, we're going to do this. They don't actually have to pass them through new legislation. They just reframe them slightly, and they go, oh, well, we've got just cause because we had that 100 years ago, so we'll do it again. Drinking in public is a really good example. Most people think when the council says you can't drink in public,
they're just making it up.
It's a rule that already exists in many, many towns.
Right.
But they use that to amplify the idea that there's lots of drinking in public.
Okay.
So laws inform reality and the punishing reality that we live in. So so sorry about the long preamble. Who's got the best unrepealed law that they know of?
Have you got one in mind?
Well, I know one.
Yeah.
And that is that you can buy elastoplasts on Sunday.
Yeah.
For instance, but you can't buy scissors to cut them with.
Right.
You can't buy scissors on a Sunday.
Why can't you buy scissors?
I don't know. It's an unrepealed law.
Okay.
In Boots, they sell scissors. They don't put them away on a Sunday.
Okay.
I've been there.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've bought the scissors.
Okay. All right. But rather than going down a sort of, you know, it's quite. What's that?
She's aiding and abetting Boots' felony or crime. Or
all right.
Terrible.
Are you allowed to do that on a Saturday? That's what we're talking about at the moment. Or a Sunday I mean, why do we just adhere to and obey all these laws? Some people just break them. Should we just decide what the laws should be ourselves rather than letting, I don't know, Stevenage Borough Council decide?
We do sort of, that's the whole point of representative government. Not saying that we necessarily have a system that represents us, but in theory, because we can't have people constantly discussing everything all the time because no one would ever have time to go to jobs and get other shit done.
Yeah, be great for me. Give us a final thought, Ross, birthday boy, before you go. But only once Julia's finished the point.
But we do. That is the point of representatives. Is
so
that
you think that it happens? We do decide the laws.
We do decide the laws. In theory, we do. We should. In theory, if our system wasn't as corrupt as it is, we would be deciding the laws.
We vote on something and we fuck it up. Well, that's evidenced quite recently.
Okay. Final thought.
Eat the government.
Eat the government. What particular member of the government would you like to eat?
Boris Johnson.
That's another question.
All of the Tories.
Okay, where do we go from here? Do we want to talk about do we need to update how we decide our laws? Do we want to talk about future organs? Do we want to talk about what can we copyright or what, all that kind of stuff? Do we want to talk about? I don't know. It's kind of up to you. My job in the middle is simply to pass the microphone around.
I just wanted to say, like, if we let everybody, like all of us, to decide a law, then we'd just get really obscure, and it'll be like laws about do not wear glitter on Saturday or something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, no. But like, for instance, like you trust yourself to kind of to make a very interesting law, kind of like a law that makes sense, but then somebody else will be like, oh yeah, that's brilliant, I'm just going to exercise my democratic right or whatever, and they're going to make something stupid up, and who is to say that your law is better than the other person's? That's what I mean. Like somebody will make up something stupid.
So what's your name?
Jez.
What Jez is saying is that we've actually got almost like a build-up of laws. So we've got so many laws, and they're just all built.
Isn't it still illegal to have a Catholic Prime Minister? I think it might be.
Is it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think I believe it's
when Tony Blair got voted in.
He wasn't allowed to be Catholic, you know.
Right. Okay.
And I believe it's still legal to shoot a Scotsman on the north shore of the Isle of Man.
Right.
Which is
bow and arrow somewhere in Westminster before noon or something.
Yeah. Have we got like a build-up of laws? Should laws actually repeal themselves after a certain, you know, like human beings, they get old and die? Shouldn't laws do the same thing? I guess is the question.
But then you'd constantly be wondering about whether or not to renew them. Like, like the law about you shouldn't kill other people, for example,
That's quite a good one.
That's, 50 years from now, that sort of gets old and dies, and then the government would be wasting its time, debating on this law, which is quite obviously a good law to have.
Okay, all right.
Can I? I'm going to go and see abandonment, but I'll bring this back. I'll bring this back because I think that's a really good point. There's a philosopher called Karl Popper who spoke about, if I've got this right,
Doesn't matter if you got it right because no one else is going to fucking know.
Rational positivism, and the idea is that he actually looked at science first and developed it into social science as well. That scientists have actually got their approach to science wrong, and this applies to apply to political sciences as well. Is that when you have an idea, you don't test if your idea is right, you test if your idea is wrong, and most science tests if their idea is right, and they go, well, that's a box ticked, that's it, that's what I can put around on it, I've done it, so that's how you do it. What Popper suggested was that you actually try and refute your thesis, and you exhaustively try to refute your hypothesis. If you can't refute your hypothesis, it must be an unassailable truth. It must be as near to an absolute truth.
Isn't that a lot of work?
So what I'm saying, it's a massive amount of work. It's a massive amount of work, but it would stop marketeers and profiteers saying, here's our idea, we're going to sell it to you, without any regard to the damage it does to the Amazon, our environment. And it would also mean that once the government's in and they're not sitting back on the whole body of laws as well, because it would apply to governments. Okay, you said you were going to do this in 4 years and you haven't. Be magnanimous and less of an egomaniac and say, look, what we thought was a really good idea. You gave us 4 years, we didn't do it. We're sorry, we tried, and step down. And that is more democratic than the system that we have, which is built on years and years of laws which are mired in the complication. I'm saying revolution, smash it down each time. I'm saying smash it down each time and rebuild it.
Permanent revolution.
Growth is not everything. Okay.
Well,
slow humanity.
There's quite a lot, Jez, that you're putting onto the table there. Permanent revolution.
People don't need leaders. It was falsification was the idea that you were looking at. So I studied Popper quite a bit, and he is amazing. But falsification.
Are you a Popper?
I'm slightly Popperian because falsification has been refuted a little bit because it doesn't take into account the temporal context of what you're studying. And if you're studying something like Origins of the Universe, we don't have 14 billion years to mess about with all the permutations.
You're scaring off the fairies now with this Popper conversation. Give us a final thought.
We're going to have a chat later. I know there are problems with it.
We're talking about Karl Popper at the moment. There's problems with Popper's sense of falsification, and the bubbles burst basically. Final thought?
We have an incredibly large society. It requires an awful lot of machination to make this all work together and come up with something. And actually, the system we got at the moment is not that broken. Revolution requires burning everything down to the ground, and each and every one of us wants, comfort and security. Revolution requires the removal of the one thing we believe is the bedrock of all of our lives. You're
not very revolutionary then.
I believe in evolution, not revolution.
Okay, evolution versus revolution. You got your thumb up. Is this like a graphic image of that very approach?
This is the primordial soup, and this is sort of where we are now.
Right.
So things have started to become a little bit clearer, but this is a representation that we've still got a little way to go.
Right.
I'll just hold these up high for everyone to see. So this is the where we came from. This is where we are now, and maybe give us another 14 billion years, and this will be this amazing fractal landscape, which is a map of the universe and everything that has ever happened or will ever happen.
I think you need to come back with another image of the future. To be honest,
when I get good at fractals by hand, I'll come back to you on that.
Okay. Well, all these things take practice. I've been doing this job for 19 years. Anyway, where do we go from here? What do we want to talk about? Come and get involved in this. We're talking about evolution, revolution, change. Do we need to? One of the leitmotifs of this conversation today has been changed. Have you got a final thought, Jez, before you go and see your band? What band are you going to go and see as well? Grab the mic because you're standing up now.
Sorry, I can't remember. They're on the shed stage. It's, no, I can't.
Is it a band that sort of screams through the microphone with a big wall of sound?
No.
It's not? Okay,
No,
I'd see where you want to go and see
They're not
them.
as shouty.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with shouty bands, though.
No,
I'm just not in the
absolutely.
mood for that.
I think everyone here would very much endorse that view. What's your final thought, anyway?
Strong people don't need leaders.
Okay. Do you consider yourself one of those people?
Well, a strong person or a leader?
Either.
Yeah.
Oh, dramatic. This is very dramatic. Okay.
Yeah. I have been a leader.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm a strong person.
Okay. So,
but I would rather be a person than a strong leader or just a leader. But But strong people. We don't need leaders. We don't need people to tell us what to do.
Okay. Okay. We don't need leaders.
Or leaders.
We don't need leaders, strong, weak, or otherwise.
We're all leaders.
Yeah.
We need to stay active in adjusting all the legal things that we want, because it takes a lot more than representative democracy. It takes getting involved, and it takes having discussion, and we might not have time to do that because of all the intellectual property taking over everything. You know, the bloody seed, gets taken over. So.
Okay. So we haven't got time to discuss, and plus our knowledge is owned. Come and have a seat. Come and get involved in this, Ginny. Can you give us a final thought?
Oh, okay. Well, there was something I was going to say, because when we were talking about changing laws, so I found out recently.
Yeah.
So I have a friend who is called Kitty, and she recently got married to her wife then.
Yeah.
And they divorced because her wife cheated on her with a woman.
Yeah.
And in the eyes of the law, that's not enough evidence.
The law is blind
the law says
to
that if
girl-on-girl cheating.
Yeah, if she had slept with a man, then they could have had
Yeah.
a divorce, but she slept with a woman, and they were like, oh, that doesn't count. But apparently the wedding did count, but the cheating was just a bit of like
No
funny
way.
fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
so according to the law, girl-on-girl is not cheating. Yeah. That is official. But it can be married. What's that?
But it can be marriage.
Yeah, you can get married. It's a reason to get married, but not a reason to get divorced. Which sort of
Really, I think that's so unfair. I mean,
yeah,
because there's so many facets. I mean, there's so many different things behind divorce, like property ownership and all that kind of stuff that needs to be discussed. Whether you're straight, gay, or whatever.
What's that?
There's a legal lag behind the changing politic of the time, sexual politics and stuff.
All right.
Things need to be implemented, because there's a difference between the church situation with marriage and the legal civic partnership thing and all that kind of stuff.
Just come a bit closer, Simeon. That's what Hannah's trying to say.
Yeah, so I think there's a lag between
there's a legal lag.
The way culture's changing and the way it needs to be dealt with.
I mean, is that just how it has to be? Because the law can't, especially with all of its arcane, tortuous deviations and whatever, it can't keep up with culture, or is it just, or could it keep up?
It's developed by precedent, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you have to have a case and a decision in it before you've got a precedent, and then it does become cheating.
Yeah. Sam, give us a final thought.
Yeah, maybe we should make sort of laws for the future.
Yeah.
Instead of laws for now.
Okay, so like try and predict what the
instead of going back and say, oh, it didn't work, let's make a law.
We should
But in
think ahead
100
a
years'
little bit.
time,
Yeah.
this will be
what
a law.
are going to be the laws in 100 years' time?
They could start writing like the traffic restrictions for the flying cars that are going to happen, because that's a given, isn't it?
Okay.
So that's what we're on about.
And whether cheating with a cyborg is grounds for
Yeah,
divorce.
that's a good point. It's like,
Can you cheat with yourself?
Yeah. Can you? Okay, so what is going to be the new adultery of the 22nd century? This is one for you, Thomas, when you get a bit older. Is it going to be cheating with a cyborg?
Cheating with your 3D printout.
Okay. Okay.
I was going to say, but like, sci-fi is already laying these things out. Sci-fi already talks about, in really boring detail sometimes, things like regulations about flying cars and stuff like that. Yeah.
What sci-fi covers regulations about flying cars?
Anything by Arthur C. Clarke. Anything by Arthur C. Clarke.
I mean,
yeah, you got Asimov's laws of robotics. That's the best example, isn't it?
Well, that's just 3 laws, and they're quite short, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're quite broad as well, which is quite The idea being that it stops conceptually bad things from happening, not just specific instances.
Are Asimov's laws of robotics to stop bad things happening, or just to stop bad sci-fi?
Both. Actually, they probably promote bad sci-fi. There's a lot of bad sci-fi.
All right. Okay. Where do we want to go with this conversation? What's your name? Matt, we got Neil, we got Margot.
Name back.
That's Matt Keane. It's Matt Keane. So we've got Matt Keane, we've got Neil, we've got Margot. What's your name?
Rachel.
Rachel. It's good because we've had two Matts and one Rachel here, and now we've got another Matt and another Rachel, so they're sort of being replaced. We've got Rowan, we've got Thomas. What's your name?
Cleaver.
Cleaver.
Yep.
Hannah and Simeon, and mine is Mikey. Where do we want to take this conversation? We do want to talk about the laws of the future. Should we be actually trying to preempt these things?
What about, like, you're talking about robots, what about genetics and things like this?
What do you mean?
Well, well, cheating with, I don't know.
Cheating with a clone of yourself?
Yeah, something like
this.
Is
that cheating?
Well, is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's just a form of masturbation, isn't it?
Okay. Is it?
Depend if you're sharing a consciousness or if it's developed its own one independent of you.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got a clone of yourself that's got its independent consciousness, is that not masturbation?
So, when you say go fuck yourself, then you know what to talk about.
Okay.
I think it's probably more like incest, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like that sense of like kin, blood relation or something.
Yeah. So it would be incestuous, more than masturbatory.
Because they'll be like your sister.
Yeah.
Even though they're your
twin
clone.
sister. Yeah.
You can redesign yourself so if you like cock, then you can put things on your.
So you could actually make like a. What's the word for like a hetero?
Transsexual side.
Yeah, you can make a 3D printed.
Human.
Yeah, exactly. You can make a 3D printed version of yourself that's. If you haven't got a cock, that's got a cock or whatever.
What's the deal with genetics then? Can we do the Jurassic Park thing?
What do you mean?
Is that possible? Okay. Like
what do you mean, make a film about an island of dinosaurs?
Yeah.
I think it's been done in the 90s.
Shit.
Yeah. Do you mean go further than that and make it into a reality? Is that what you're saying, Cleveland?
A cyborg, human, dinosaur, future clone.
Is that something you want to have sex with?
I'd have to have a look at it and see what it looks like first.
Okay, you need to look at it first, obviously, clearly. Okay, so
it's not all about
where do we want to go from that? Because let's open up a whole can of worms. Like, why? What do we find attractive? Is it just about looks? There's a whole thing about the ethics of recreating a dinosaur human and then having sex with it.
I'll go for 3 nipples. Myself. Anyone with 3 nipples.
Yeah.
It's artificial intelligence, though. So, I mean, it's a computer mind. So I don't know. Is that you have to be attracted to? I don't know.
Level of intelligence.
Yeah. I mean, is it the mind? Is it the body? Is it a combination of the mind and the body? What are we attracted to? And is this going to help inform our 3D printed sex partners of the future? And then is it legal?
If your attraction is based solely on the mind and not the physical, then you could easily, in theory, fall in love with an idea, an operating system, something like that.
Have you ever fallen in love with an operating system?
I haven't.
No. Well, you haven't met the right one yet.
I struggle with technology, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Rachel met someone who did apparently.
Yeah, there was a guy who just wanted to talk about Linux for hours the other night, and that was probably love, or at least obsession.
Okay.
Admiration.
So it's possible to fall in love with an operating system. Okay, this is Talkaoke. You look like your body language suggests you're about to leave. In which case, give us a final thought.
I'm just getting too horny right now, so I have to leave. Sorry.
Okay, all right. Fair enough. It's all that chat about the sex partners of the future.
Anyway, I'll just stay here.
Yeah. Okay. Come and have a seat on the table of chat. At the moment we're talking about you are going to go.
I'm just trying to think of a parting thought. I think we need to look within and develop what is already in our spiritual consciousness rather than get all mechanistic. And
we need to look within inside ourselves.
Yeah.
What does that mean when it comes
with the heart rather than the mind sometimes?
Okay.
Or the soul.
Yeah.
Already, you just need to discover it.
Okay.
I think you need to look outside of yourself.
Outside of yourself, okay.
Well, maybe yourself is outside, but inside is outside. It's all holographic, isn't it?
Okay. Good point. Okay, so we have got Matt, we've got Neil, we've got Margot, we've got Rachel, we've got Rowan, we've got Thomas. What's your name?
Caroline.
Caroline and Cleaver. My name's Mikey. Come and get involved in this. We're talking about we're talking about the future, really. Will you be able to 3D print your own sex partner of the future? And what will that be? And is it more about responding to the needs of the heart rather than the mind when it comes to your future partner? Can that be done through technology? These are some of the questions on the table at the moment, yeah.
So I'm kind of thinking about the artificial intelligence part of it, or the smart machine, the machine that learns, and that sense of like all the talk of like creating a thing to have sex with, like I guess part of the things about attraction is being surprised.
That mental connection, yeah.
And something that is someone that is outside of yourself that you connect with and recognise things in, and the kind of excitement around that, or like. Yeah. So I guess with
functionality or something, wouldn't you?
Is that your idea of excitement?
But it's a surprise.
Yeah. Okay.
Not necessarily. It's
not necessarily.
Not necessarily wanted, but you don't know if it's going to happen or not.
Okay. So there's got to be, when it comes to love, there's got to be an element of surprise. Yeah.
Are we suggesting that machines can't surprise people? I don't. What is that they're inherently less surprising? Is that?
No. I think what Rachel's saying is a built-in sense of spontaneity. Of which Neil's idea of which is that something that we'll put.
I'm just putting it forward. I'm not. That needn't be the only thing.
Yeah.
My index finger.
Okay. So I mean, if we were going to design the partner of the future, so we're talking about your children's future here. Are they going to design their own partners through technology? That's what we're talking about. And what are the essential? Yeah.
One of the children is just here.
Yeah. Okay. Would you design your own partner, or would you go out and look for the right person for you?
I think it'd be easier just to design your own partner.
Yeah, you think it'd be easier? And is it about the looks, or is it about the mind, the mental connection?
What about meeting someone random?
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to direct the question to you, Cleaver. Do you think that meeting someone random is actually part of the mix that we can't recreate through technology?
But then nothing is random, is it?
Nothing. You don't think anything is random? No. So if you meet someone, it's part of your destiny in a way.
Guess so, yeah.
Okay. You don't believe in destiny? Go on. Why not?
Because human beings just want to believe in destiny, so we've got like a nice
so it gives
bigger
us
answer
some
for
meaning.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, where everything is completely out of our control and just chaos and conflict and destruction are the other forces that drive.
So are we here sitting around this table for purely random reasons, or was it destiny that we were going to come here and have this conversation and redefine what it means to be us? Yeah.
It is destiny. There's only one line. There's only one linear time frame that we exist in.
Okay. What? You disagree? Is it destiny that you are here today, Margot?
I'm not sure. I think there's more than one destinies. I think it so kind of defines the purpose of a destiny. Kind of like I don't know, because somebody was trying to explain to me the other night that the reality of a dream is a valid reality. So don't just like go and
discard
say,
it.
Yeah, don't discard it, because maybe equally as valid what makes you think that just because you remember your life you remember that better when you wake up or something, that doesn't make it less or more important over something or your dreamed self. I think that's what that person's trying to say. So I don't know. That doesn't answer your question, but
I think it's linear. Isn't it still linear though?
Yeah.
That thing.
But why does it matter whether it's linear or not?
It's linear once it's happened. It's linear once it's happened, and you can go back and trace it in reverse. So not drawn out in front.
So history is linear, but the future is multifaceted.
Yeah, if we rolled a die now to decide who spoke next.
Yeah.
Then that's however many people are here, different timelines instantly created.
We could do that if you want.
I accept.
Okay, well that's. Can we just give Cleaver a round of applause? We haven't had any round of applauses today. I think that's very great. Thank you, Cleaver. Why?
Yeah, why?
Because he accepted what somebody else said, what Matt said, which I think shows a lot of open-mindedness, perhaps.
Yeah, I think
Okay, where do we want to go with this conversation? Do we want to talk about future partners? Will we even have partners in the future? What we're doing.
Why do we have to have just one?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have like a range for each different
What
need.
do you think is a good number?
Well, depends. You can have one for love, one for romance, one for sex, one for conversation, one for fun, one for relaxation.
Yeah. Is that going to really work?
Yeah. For some of us, that's just our friendship groups. That's, but
yeah, I mean, will the whole concept of partner then disappear, and we'll just have different people for different modalities?
I mean, that's what a lot of people do anyway.
Is that what people are doing already?
Yeah. I think. Well, you don't want to. I think it's a mistake to think that one person must be everything for you. You need to find. Obviously, you want your long-term partner to have a lot of those traits ideally, but if you're expecting them to have everything that you need, then that's destined for failure.
And expecting them to be a functional thing to fill in this gap and serve that purpose and that purpose, whereas instead you just have something that enhances what your experience rather than filling in a gap.
Okay, so you could potentially have other friends that do some of the accepted jobs of normal partners. Like, for example, if you're attracted to men and you want to be with someone with a lot of empathy, you might need to find another friend for that.
Yeah.
For example, just yeah.
Yeah. Friendships are for, you have friends to kind of supplement the things that you can't you can't get with your romantic partners or a partner, and kind of vice versa.
What can you not get with your romantic partner? You need your friends to supplement.
It's sometimes the type of conversation, and I think it's not kind of down to the fact that someone is a romantic partner over someone who isn't. I think it's just a personality thing. If we were just kind of drawn to if our existence was just existing alongside of one person forever, that's not what we are as humans. So you do need various personalities to make your life richer, and you need to be there for other people to make their life richer. It's not
okay.
And I think romantic relations is just one of the types of relations that human needs, I suppose.
I mean, what about the polyamorous idea that you were talking about? Is it polyamorous, or is it just polyvalent somehow?
I was thinking also about how the nuclear family idea is relatively recent, and also
is it really?
Well,
so is romantic love as well.
Yeah, in terms of this idea of in a heteronormative sense, man meets woman, has children, and they become units in this kind of way.
Look after my son.
Give us a final thought. Give us a final thought.
Keep it clean.
We've kept it very clean so far. We've kept it very, very, very clean. Yeah.
We're keeping it clean.
Have you got any final thoughts? Something to throw in the mix?
That was my final.
Okay. Where do we go? What's that?
Are you videoing it and taping it?
Yes.
Oh, God.
So you can see this on thepeoplespeak.org.uk. Watch it back all over again. Some people do.
In alternative timeline.
In alternative timeline. It's history. It's history, which, as Cleaver pointed out, is actually linear. And you can just go back along that timeline. Yep.
I'd like to raise the point. A lot of the things that people seem to have about relationships are very temporally contextual. So, if we never died, we wouldn't have this concept of a soulmate and all of this kind of make-believe stuff. And I think once...
Why?
Well, because, I feel like relationships have a finite life in them. And most people, I think, actually acknowledge this. A lot of people don't. But you just have to look at the divorce rate to realise that, most people realise, okay, that wasn't the one. So... Can't we just accept this? That people are going to be living longer as we go on, so we just accept that there is no such thing as the one. You have a one for a while, and then it becomes a different one. Or
should marriages have a built-in divorce after a certain number of years? What do you think?
They kind of do.
They do?
Most of them.
Yeah.
Should marriages have a built-in divorce?
Welcome to Talkaoke. This is a pop-up talk show at the moment. We've gone on a long journey here today. We've got Thomas, we've got Rowan, we've got Rachel, we've got Neil, we've got Matt. What's your name?
Patrick.
And we didn't get you. Did we get your name?
Miriam.
Miriam, and we've got Cleaver and
Bobby.
Moment, Patrick, what we're talking about is, it went through this thing about 3D printing your own sexual partner, the perfect partner, but then Miriam came up with the concept that maybe one person won't be able to fulfill all your needs. Either
we shouldn't expect them to. We shouldn't expect one person to do that, because I would never want a partner to expect everything. Do you know, like 100, that I would fulfill 100% of their needs? Yeah. That would be insane. It would make you both insane.
So what about the other 5%? What about the other 5%? I mean, how they go and get that other 5%, is that an issue to you?
Which 5%?
That you're not fulfilling?
Or the 95%.
Or 95%.
Yeah. Exactly. Hopefully it is more like 95. You know, like hopefully there's a whole life and a whole person that you're in a relationship, rather than, rather than this idea that you, I don't know, that you've kind of become couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, are we moving? What's that?
My other half, that's one of the phrases I dislike the most when it comes to describing relationships.
Okay.
Don't want anyone to complete you, you want them to enhance you, as we were.
Okay, I see. All right.
I don't want to need someone to I want just to enjoy having them, and my life is even better if I have them, but I don't want to need them to be happy. That's horrible.
Okay. Is that brought you up to speed, Bobby, Patrick? Do you know what the fuck we're talking about? Because
he was saying that as we live longer and longer, it's totally unrealistic to have. Well, even though it probably already was unrealistic, it's especially unrealistic to expect one person to have a lifetime partner when we're living longer and longer and longer. So that's why the divorce rate is rising, and then we got onto whether all marriages are destined to failure.
Timeshares.
Timeshare. You think that could be a concept in the future? Timeshare partners?
I don't know.
Okay, what other people think? What's your name?
Michael.
Michael, we got Neil, we got Matt, we got Patrick, we got Miriam, we got Cleaver, we got Bobby, Thomas, Rowan, Rachel, and Mikey.
Something I've been meaning to ask you is slightly off topic, but for how long after one of these do you remember every name of the people that sat around?
About 10 or 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I do remember.
Doesn't wake you in the night or anything?
No, not at all, not at all. And then, then the next day, everyone comes up to me and goes, "Hey," and I go, "Oh, hi, yeah."
Let's change topics.
Yeah. So we're talking about relationships with humans and cyborgs and dinosaurs and whatever. Why not just talk about, I don't know, planet Earth, or like how we've just
our relationship with planet Earth.
Yeah.
How's that going?
I don't know. Well, hopefully, I don't know. What do you think?
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's a bit locust-like, isn't it?
Yeah. What's our relationship with planet Earth? Is it on a bit of a rocky phase? Are we getting on well with planet Earth? Do we need?
Sorry.
I'm glad somebody is paying attention here.
Just wasn't laughing.
Do we need a relationship counselling with our relationship with planet Earth?
No, we don't. No, we don't actually. Because
are we going to move on to someone else? Yeah.
Earth's going to be here, I guess, a lot longer than us, so it doesn't bother. What do you think?
I mean, how does Earth feel about us as well? It's not a one-way street.
We are planet Earth, no?
Are we?
Aren't we?
Okay.
We're a product of planet Earth. We are
organisms that exist as part of the planet. Definitely, yeah.
There's lots of other people or animals, aren't there?
Yeah. So
you could consider own it as much as you do. So.
Okay. Michael, what's your relationship with planet Earth?
What's my relationship?
Do you feel that you've got a good relationship with planet Earth?
It's not that bad. It's roughly low impact.
Yeah.
Not that amazing. I eat too much meat, probably. So.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go around the table and say, what's your relationship with planet Earth?
I feel very grateful to planet Earth, but I also think I take a lot of advantage. I really push it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I push it as much as some people. I know that for sure.
Okay.
You're probably all right.
Yeah.
If you compared it to a relationship, how would you compare your relationship with planet Earth?
That's basically where I'm going with this.
Yeah. Would it be abusive?
Well, is it an abusive relationship?
I think it definitely, it regularly becomes abusive.
Is it proto-abusive?
Mine isn't, but I think like humankind's.
What's your relationship with planet Earth? Do you need relationship counselling? That's what we're talking about now. Come and join in the conversation. most people have got an abusive relationship with planet Earth, it seems. What's your relationship with planet Earth? Yeah. Rowan, what's your relationship?
I like to be a bit of an optimist. I like to think that we're actually unwitting terraformers for some life that just doesn't exist yet.
Okay, so we're actually improving Earth.
For something that doesn't exist.
We're moving Earth to a place that it's never been before.
When everyone talks about the climate and the good, the bad that we're doing to Earth, it's really egocentric. Because we're only talking about us and life like us.
So are we
carbon-based life forms. What about a million years' time? The animals that are going to exist then?
I mean, earlier on when we were talking about relationships, we had to say that there was an element of surprise. There had to be an element of surprise in the relationship. So maybe it's the same with our relationship with planet Earth.
We're not saying that though, because we're destroying so much life as well. We're not just talking about us and what we're doing to the planet for us. We're just like systematically destroying loads of other life that is having a perfectly great time before we can.
We're creating very hospitable conditions for more jellyfish in the oceans because it's more acidic, and maybe they'll become sentient, and then they'll be very grateful for us in the.
Are we making way for the time of the jellyfish?
Using the abusive relationship analogy though, that's like saying, oh, I've been abusive to you throughout this relationship, but I've just been toughening you up, so you're going to be a stronger person. It seems convenient to say, oh well, we've done all this awful stuff, but hey, look at these scant positives.
I mean, the thing is, planet Earth keeps coming back, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's there.
But maybe we're telling ourselves that narrative so we don't feel as bad about it when it's just a dead rock in like a million years' time.
Okay.
Hurtling into a song.
Are we in an abusive relationship with planet Earth? That's what we're talking about at the moment. Have you got anything to say about this, or are you just going to sit down, pick up the conversation and chime in?
I think our relationship with planet Earth is completely one-sided. We take and we don't give back.
Really? How do we actually give back then to planet Earth?
Yeah, okay. Give a shit. Yeah, all right.
Do you give a shit?
You try to. I mean, the fact that we're here talking about it means that we are probably some of the people are more likely to be thinking about it.
Yeah.
But I suspect that the vast majority is just take. Thank you very much. One-sided relationship.
Okay. Are we taking and not giving? And I would like to know if I want to give more. How do I give?
How can you change that? How can you change that? He says, there's a minority of people who are like trying to be good, and if the majority are take, where's it going to end? Don't know.
It doesn't matter how much the minority does, really.
Okay. Can I just inhale for a second? What are you going to say, Michael?
It doesn't, like, the planet Earth thing doesn't really matter, does it? Like, and if you decide that humankind isn't very important, then Earth will carry on, whatever. So you either have to decide whether you want to retain humankind and the animals on it at the moment, or...
I mean, but if Earth moves on, considering Earth's history, will it just form another abusive relationship with another species?
Something out of dinosaurs back again.
Yeah.
I love humans. I don't think we should be... I love humans.
Yeah. Any particular humans you love?
Most of them.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes even the bad ones, but like, yeah, we should, I don't know.
Okay.
Are we being... It's a separate issue to like how well or badly humans treat planet Earth.
I mean, what do people think? How do we actually give back to planet Earth? There's a lot of questions here. Are we being hard on humans?
We create joy. We create lots of joy, and we...
Does that give back to planet Earth, really?
Well, in a broad existence sense, yeah. Like if
the concept of joy, why should you give a shit about the joy you're creating for it?
Yes, okay, well, hang on a sec. Does anyone here feel that planet Earth does give a shit? Does planet Earth give a shit anyway? No, you're saying no. Planet Earth doesn't give a shit. Does planet Earth even care?
Come and have this seat.
Come and get involved. Rachel, give us a final thought before you go.
I would like to find more ways to give back to planet Earth in my life. I'm going to think about that and genuinely try and work towards that.
Okay.
I think so.
All right. Okay. Come and get involved in this. What ways can we actually give back to planet Earth?
Margot coming back, so.
What can we actually give back to planet Earth? Yeah, populating planet Earth.
You might save it from like a meteor or something at some point with human technology.
Okay, so we can get like Bruce Willis to protect it.
They're working on that technology even as we speak, aren't they? You know, exactly that.
On a Saturday?
I think they work Saturdays.
Yeah.
Sundays, isn't it? The Lord's Day. They can't do that.
Garden bridges on the Thames. The planet Earth would like that.
Gardening. Gardening gives back to give us a final thought, Thomas, before you go.
I'm just going to run over there and come back because the guy who gives out those blindfolds, my one's kind of getting too small and tattered, and I want to get.
So you want to upgrade?
A new one. Which when I break my old.
I mean, what? Yeah, but what about Planet Earth? Have you got any view on it? Are you giving or taking from Planet Earth?
Well, I'm trying to not take as much as possible because.
Yeah.
We're into that kind of thing. And
yeah. What do you mean you're into that kind of thing?
Well, we try and avoid buying loads of packaging and things like that, and yeah.
Okay, so you avoid buying packaging.
Yeah.
Okay.
And not like wasting loads and loads of trees and cutting them down, like buying loads of paper and stuff like that.
Okay.
We always, all of the paper, like at my mum's work, she always brings home all the scrap paper that they don't need, and we just use that and write on it. And we never buy any plain side of paper.
We're talking about our relationship with Planet Earth right now. Thank you, Thomas. Do come back with our relationship with Planet Earth. Have we got a good relationship? Are we taking more and not giving? Is it an abusive relationship? These are some of the questions. Does Planet Earth actually give a shit anyway? Is Planet Earth into abusive relationships? These are some of the questions that we've got on the table of chat.
An organism.
What do you think, Patrick?
I don't know. It's impossible to know as a tiny part of it.
Yeah.
Just as a tiny kind of.
Is it possible?
Well, just a tiny bacteria inside us doesn't know that it's part of a much larger system of a human body. So.
Okay, so we could effectively be a bit like that to Planet Earth. That Planet Earth could actually be a giant organism. What do people think about that? I just want to point out we've got Patrick, we've got Miriam, we've got Cleve, we've got Bobby, we've got Rowan. What's your name? Bob, and
Stray.
And we've got Michael, and we've got Neil, and my name is Mikey. And at the moment we're talking about how do we know that Planet Earth is or isn't an organism? Do we care? Is it relevant?
Well, most times we think about an organism, we think about it being something that is replicating. Planet Earth certainly isn't replicating or self-replicating, so I don't think we can rely on it being an organism in a...
Yeah. Got a lovely little baby moon.
Yeah.
Unless it does it very slowly that we haven't even noticed yet.
So, for example, if humans colonise Mars, it could actually replicate Earth on Mars and actually be replicated.
I was going to say I quite like that analogy because it's like human beings are sort of the sexual organ, the sexual cells.
Sperm.
Well, I wasn't going to use sperm because that genders the issue, and really it could be
gametes.
The gametes. So human beings are like the gametes of Earth, and we wander off and terraform another planet, and then you've got kind of two Earths. And so maybe, but I think it's just down to semantics, isn't it? I mean, what is like you were saying, what isn't an organism? It's exactly that.
Yeah, Rowan, you appear to be quite scientific.
I worked on the James Lovelock Geyer exhibition, so I have read a bit about this, but
What's
I don't know.
the James Lovelock Geyer exhibition?
It was an exhibition all about this exact conversation, and like the
no way,
the
ahead of time.
Well, no, it's ancient. This is a decades-old kind of conversation about whether the Earth is a self-sustaining organism or if it's just a manifestation of lots of organisms self-interacting.
But what about the bit of the conversation where we talked about printing your own dinosaurs that you could fuck? Was that part of it?
That wasn't part of it.
Okay,
I meant more specifically this kind of issue.
Oh, the issue about Earth
being an organism. And it just comes down to your definition. Because if an organism is something that that has multiple components working together, then yes. But if it is a thing that can do the things that we can, then no, because it's not conscious by any measurable definition.
How do you know?
Well, by any measurable definition, it's not. So exactly.
Yeah,
create some new magic thing, but by our definition,
is consciousness definable?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Measurable, yeah.
Okay.
A really weird thing, measurable consciousness. Who's measuring it? But only the conscious ones can measure it. They're thereby like nullifying the.
Yeah. At the moment, we're talking about is Planet Earth, or Planet Earth as it's properly known, an organism? Is it something that's actually alive and a living being, and we're just like the tiny bacteria on that organism?
I believe in science, mate.
Well, what does science say?
Pardon? Science, what is it? Evolution or evolution?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But does that mean Planet Earth is an organism or not?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Okay, it is.
It's a living thing that's evolved, like everything else.
And has it got its own consciousness?
No, I don't think it has a brain. No.
Okay.
Collective brain? Like an ant colony?
Okay, is it like an... Yeah. Bob?
Or like the man of war jellyfish, which is like several creatures in one, as one.
Really?
Yeah, I heard
No
that,
way.
yeah.
What do you mean it's several
So it's not, the man of war jellyfish is not really one being, it's like 1,000 beings in one, to create one mind, right? Is this right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Rowan's an official scientist expert. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
So it's not actually a jellyfish. It's several organisms that have learned to coalesce. It's a symbiote.
It's a symbiont.
8 separate brains in each of his legs. So.
Really?
So it kind of asks the question as what is a single organism as well.
Okay. Any experts on octopus consciousness here? Where do we want to go with this? Do we want to talk about octopi? Do we want to talk about? You got any questions? Okay, yeah.
Totally new though. It's not related to anything we've been discussing.
Okay, well,
but it's a question I like to discuss every now and then. Does free will exist?
Okay, that's a okay. Now I just want to point out here. This is Talkaoke, and this is done by. This is done by consensus. So, do we want to carry on talking about the Earth as an organism? Do we want to go to does free will exist? It's kind of no. I'm you know what? I'm totally neutral on it, but I just want a show of hands. What do people? Do we want people go down the free will avenue? Do we want to talk about three? Who wants to talk about the Earth being an organism?
Outnumbered.
No. Looks like no. Free. Okay, or any other topic that anyone's going to suggest?
Can I just come back and say, like, because a lot of people raise that kind of question, does it matter? If you feel like we have free will, does it matter whether or not science says we do or not?
Well, I mean, what's your feeling on it?
Because objectively, scientifically, there can't be free will. It's philosophically not compatible with any model of reality. But I don't care, because it doesn't matter, because I feel like it's free.
Okay, all right, done. Okay.
You said no, but most people would never agree that we don't. But yeah, that's good. Scientifically, no, but does it matter? Probably not, because we feel like we do.
Okay.
Yeah, great, done.
All right, done. Okay, good. All right, this has been Talkaoke for a round of applause. Let's have a round of applause. So we've decided that free will doesn't exist, but it doesn't matter.
Can we have a round of applause again?
Yeah, okay, let's have a round of applause. Now, did we decide to do that? Was that all determined ahead of time? I don't know.
We already decided before. It was.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone now.
Okay.
Because everybody else did, so it wasn't really free will on my part.
Free will doesn't exist, and does the direction of Talkaoke exist?
I don't know. Yeah.
If free will doesn't exist, does that mean that everything's predetermined?
No.
No.
So what does it mean?
Why does science reject free will?
It means that we're not in control of our own actions. It doesn't mean that the world is sort of predetermined in advance.
So if we're not in control of our actions, who is?
Essentially, the animal organism. So we're not really ourselves. Ourself doesn't exist.
Our DNA and our outside environment, which has its own. You know, not DNA, but other things.
Are you in control of your own actions? Have you got free will? Rowan says you don't. And so does Bob. So does Bob. Yeah.
Can we change the topic again? Can I ask you to? Can we have 10 minutes of silence and then? Can you think of something to say?
Yeah. What I'm going to do, I'm going to vacate the middle of the table and make a call for someone to go in the middle.
Yeah.
Are you going to do it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay, you sure?
Yes, positively. Yes.
Should we let him go in the middle?
Yeah, I'm in favour.
Okay, everyone. Okay, it's all been done. Let's give Rowan a round of applause. Now I can be silent for 10 minutes. So I'm just going to hand the reins over.